Hello everyone.
Welcome back to Adam vs. James video series. Adam with Bant Delver today, James with
Red Green Aggro.
an aggressive deck. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I do this like every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
Let's roll some dice.
It's the only ones I can win.
Yeah. You think that would make you want to play more aggressive decks too?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna play. So like at the tournament, I rolled Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
And then before the other guy even rolled, he's like, I'm gonna play. And I'm like, whoa. And then he rolled one die and rolled a 1. And then I'm like, yeah. And then he rolled a 2 on the second time. I'm like, ah.
Got ya.
It's like, I really wanted you to lose that roll.
Yeah, even when I roll 12, I'm always like, well, you can tie me with one roll.
Yeah, it's not out of the woods yet. Alright, so I'm gonna play with Red Green Aggro. See how this goes. Not particularly well. Well, I'm gonna take a mulligan.
Keep mine.
1 land, no 1-drops. Well, no nobles. If it was like 2 1-drops, I would have kept it.
Can you see my hand if I do this?
I cannot.
You cannot. Okay. I've been like super straight lately.
Straight-laced.
Uh-huh. Do 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 do. 5, 5, 5, 5.
Wish.
5 or 6.
Not that good. Not that good. Oh man.
I jinxed him.
So that's like a turn to that.
You either need a 1-drop or you need a Burning Tree Emissary into something.
No, this is a bad 5. Yeah, 6. Yeah, there's better 5s than that. It was it did have an emissary, but it had nothing to emissary into.
Okay.
And it had a strong perk noble, but it was a root-bound crack. And that was it. No the lands.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty unexciting.
Yeah, I was on the draw maybe because my top card wasn't out, so that worked out. But I was on the play. I was like, I'll take the chance on playing my noble at 2 on the draw, but
Yeah.
on the play, like, it needs to come down turn 1. All right, we'll get a 5 first game. Looking good.
4, 4, 4.
If you're on Team James, you're looking kind of sad right now.
My ninja cuts. You know.
Is there a Team James? If you're on Team James, please say you're on Team James in inventory. Oh. Keep.
All right. Let's do this.
Stop it, Greg. Go.
Shock myself 18.
That's not good.
Namesake card.
Remember the time that I played Delver and I had to like turn 1 like every game? And you were
Yeah.
quite upset.
Oh, I was.
Is this going to be one of those things?
I hope so.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Best turn.
Fire for Structure.
Sure.
Go.
Sure.
Unsummon. That's really not good.
Blind flip. That's pretty sweet.
If you've seen some of our other videos, my Delver's never blind flip.
3.
17.
And this is how you win with Delver, kids.
Now he has an unsummon in his hand.
Call the Conclave.
Oh, that's gross.
Let's see. We got Centaurs over here somewhere. There we go. Pass.
It's just mono green, right?
Yeah. You can tell because he's all green.
I'm just seeing if you had the right token. Reckoner.
Yep.
Go.
You just get no reckonings.
I'm debating whether or not I should just, like, if you attack with the Centaur, just, like, let my Reckoner die and kill his Delver. I think I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, you wipe my board if that happens.
You know, so you're just not going to attack with my Centaur. Or with your Centaur, not my Centaur. I wish I had a Centaur. That would assume that I had a reasonable hand. The people at home, my hand.
On some.
Mm-hmm. Take 6. 11.
Pass. Hey, I know that guy.
Heyo. 2.
Yeah, we'll take 2.
The heck do you have for red-green that flashes? You want to make a knight with Selesnya Charm?
Yeah.
I guess that's possible.
16.
Oh yeah, you are at 16.
Yeah.
Go. At least one of us is paying attention. So hopefully the Reckoner can stymie a Centaur with my first strike awesomeness.
Yeah, the fact that I'm being like, I don't have another blue source is kind of annoying right now, honestly. I would like to
want a
Snapcaster unsummon would be pretty
on
sweet.
summon. Yeah.
I think we're just gonna get in there like this.
Yeah, it's to be expected. Go to 8. Maybe we can get a pass turn, that'd be...
We'll play Guys of St. Draft.
Ooh. I guess we can't win them all.
Play land.
Yep.
Go.
Noble.
Yep. Is it quite a few turns late?
Quite a few. So we're going to tap, go. So I have an unhealthy amount of lands for this deck.
Yeah, it's a lot of lands. Let's see. We got 1 card in hand?
Correct. Ooh. A full Monty. So I'll block there.
You're blocking there. That's it?
Yeah, I do have a fix before damage though.
Okay.
So are you okay with moving to the damage step?
Yeah.
Spear your Centaur.
Simic Charm my Insectile Aberration.
Okay. Make me dead.
Making him 6 and you take 10 damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, why didn't you block? This guy. Like, just block.
Well, I mean, he's not doing damage anyway. I'm spearing it.
Yeah, but like, block, Searing Spear, this guy.
Right, but you just pump it anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it just gives you, like, then I have to, like, pump this guy. I don't know. Seems
I'm still dead if you like pump. Like.
Yeah. But, like, if I had other cards, like, if I had, like, Selesnya Charm.
Well, I was hoping I was going to kill it with the Reckoner damage.
Yeah.
You know, because I could spear the Centaur token and then kill the Reckoner, or kill the Delver with the Reckoner damage, and like, you know, wipe the table. But if I spear the Delver, I can't kill the.
If you had nothing, well, if damage stood as that was there, you would have been at 1.
I'll keep. It's a little unexciting, but I'll keep.
Yep.
Mountain Cackler Unleashed.
18.
Adam goes to 18. Hooray! Delver? Sure.
Pass.
I will also go to 18. Emissary?
Sure. Safer. Pillar. Yeah.
Attack for 2.
16.
Pass. Yep.
Pass. Yeah, I think next turn we're gonna probably do this.
So I have 2 options right here.
Follow up at that.
I think I like this plan versus this plan. I just don't want to take a turn where I don't do any damage, so I'm gonna go combat. So with both.
Well, you could have another pillar here and kill my centaur. Because if you had Searing Spear, you'd probably just do it before to get the full 4 in. So you have to waste the pillar. It's technically a 2-for-1. He has the pillar. He could be just trying to get 2 damage and then play Reckoner. Yeah, fine with that. Block. Could also have Rampager, but that's fine too. Don't really care.
Yeah, I'll Rampager.
Sure.
Just take
3 off that and
3,
2.
4, 5.
5 total. Go to 11.
Kill your thingamajigger. Yes, centaur. Whatever. And thinking of throwing that out there. Not good.
Play a Cloud from Raptor.
Yep.
Angeline Harbor. Pass.
So he's representing Simic Charm again.
Similar Charm, Salinity Charm, Unsummon, Spell Rupture, Snapcaster.
Yeah, or Snapcaster. It's true. Well, let's play Reckoner.
Sure.
Now, the question is whether or not I want to call his bluff. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'll take a card for a card.
No blocks. Go to 7.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Unsummon your Reckoner. The Island. Snapcaster.
Call?
Call.
Sure.
Revolving twice. From the Snapcaster, then the Centaur.
Yep.
Tech.
I'll take 2. 16.
Pass. I go with like some worms here.
So, I have the option to replay my Reckoner here, but I could make a better use of my mana. So I'm going to play a Fire Fist Striker,
Sure.
and I'm going to Pillar your Snapcaster,
Yep.
and you can go. I'm choosing to Pillar your Snapcaster versus like Pillar him to the face, even though he's at 7. because now that I put a Firefist Striker, this makes his blocks pretty bad. And if he wants to, he can still like attack with one dude, but then he can't block at all, and he's just gonna die. So this forces him to leave back his Cloudfin Raptor. So essentially, just kill the Snapcatcher to get a potential blocker out of the way, and he's at such a low enough life total that I'm gonna be able to push enough damage anyway. Yeah, Geist is also fine because it's not particularly go all that well for him.
Yes.
So now, if I attack with the Firefist Striker, I can make like the Cloudfin Raptor not block, and then he eats one dude and he eats my Firefist Striker, and then takes 4 going to 3. And then I still have these guys, play Boros Reckoner, then he crackbacks for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, putting me to 5, and then I kill him on a swing back. Or he leaves back this guy and this guy and just attacks with the Geist Trap, and then I can get 2 damage through, putting him down to 3. So I have an out to a Searing Spear in that situation. Or I can just play more dudes.
Set up a next turn attack.
Yeah, like a next turn, like a little bit of more of an alpha strike. Because this is like a going in single file kind of type attack. We're gonna play Reckoner. No matter what.
Yep. Yeah, we know, but anyways, it's not like a surprise.
Yeah. And like I'm not gonna not play something.
It just shows that you don't have any instant speed like combat tricks.
Right. So like I said, I pushed 2 damage.
2 to 4 damage, depending if I want to block with the Geist.
Right. But like I lose my Firefist Striker in the process. But yeah, I kind of like that actually, because then if you block my Firefist Striker, you can't really attack with the Geist Trap, because then you take 2 to the face, putting you at 3 anyway, and then you'll have like 2 blockers, and then you can't block the Reckoner again, because you would die that way. Yeah, alright. So we'll go to combat.
Sure.
Battalion Trigger. Centaur.
Sure. Block.
Okay. So you take 2?
Yep.
5.
We're just too far behind to like keep the guys on the table. We need to like start trading off.
No, my question is whether I want to play Snowguard untapped or not. If I play it untapped, it forces him not to attack with his... I'm actually fine with that. Yeah, go ahead. Play tapped. Because now if he attacks with the center heel, like I'm perfectly fine treating my Reckoner to kill his Cloudfin Raptor. Or shoot
my face.
Yeah, just shoot your face. So this is like an aggressive posture that I'm taking right now. So it says don't attack with your centaur token, or else you risk dying. So this puts him just on attack with the Cloudfin Raptor. But even that's like not that great because he doesn't have enough like kickback attack backs.
Land go.
So if I attack with my Cackler here, I just really throw away something. So I'm just going to go Combat Reckoner. So he'd risk taking 3 and going to 2. And if he blocks, I have the decision of whether or not to first strike, just to like dope him anyway, which looks pretty good, or just first strike something down and keep my Reckoner alive.
Did it like so many things.
Mm-hmm.
Did a Rampager or...
Yeah, and you don't know the 2 cards in my hand, so
Right.
It's really risky.
No blocks.
Take 3?
Yep.
Shoot 2. Reckoner.
Oh, God, that's...
Cackler Unleash. Go.
Alright.
So, I think he has no outs. So, we'll see what he draws. Okay.
I'll land.
Yeah, Hit Reckoner's good.
Yeah, it's a good card.
So here we are with the sideboarding. I'm bringing in 1, 2, 3 Mizium Mortars in place of a Pirate Wolf and 2 Gore Clan Rampagers. Blood Rushing the Rampagers aren't that great against his unsummoned effects, or he might actually be able to break even with some kind of giant growth thing if it's like a dire pump situation. And the 5-5 Strikers are just as good as the Pirate Wolf because he doesn't have like... his main like removal, or you want to call it, is unsummoned, and that's like really good against Pirate Wolf. And in place, I bring in 3 Mizium Mortars, which get the things that I'd be preventing from blocking off the table anyway. So like, all of his Centaur tokens, or X4s if you play anything like that, or like evolved Clash and Wrappers, I just get with the Mizium Mortars anyway as a more efficient answer than something like Pirate Wolf.
On my side, I'm cutting the counter spells because we're similar like speed curve out deck, and the only relevant things I see to counter are like his 4-drops, if he has Hellrider or if he casts his Rampagers, which aren't as nearly as good. So I'm going to cut the counter spells and a single Geist Saint Draft just because it isn't great in this matchup. He has a bunch of like small guys to block with it. And then I'm going to cut the Rootbound Defenses and go to Druid's Deliverance because we're in that race situation like I talked about, so I can like basically negate his whole attack and then swing back for a big crack. And then Unflinching Courage and Voice are basically doing the same thing. So this buys me a bunch of blocks, and then this will start gaining me a bunch of life if he doesn't burn the guy in response. Because pretty much once this is on any guy, it's out of single burn range. So he's going to like double Searing Spirit or like Searing Spirit's Pillar or something like that.
Or maybe Mizium Mortars.
Yeah, Mizium Mortars will work. But it should make the whatever guy this is on a formidable threat, and I can just kind of like go all in on that guy. All right, here we are, guys. We had a few technical difficulties with the audio, so we're re-recording the audio portion for games 3, 4, and 5 in the post. So here we are, shoveled up for game 3, and we're just drawing hands right now. So hopefully we'll be good from here.
Yeah. Hopefully this audio is fine. Yeah. So I don't recall who's on the play. I can tell you that right now I'm thinking if keeping a 4-lander is good enough.
Yeah, with a 20-land deck?
Yeah. I mean, it depends if my other spells are like spells versus creatures. And it's a Cackler, a Burning Tree Emissary, and a Mizium Mortars. That's what I think I've got there.
Yeah, that kind of stinks. I mean...
And a Crag.
Like, it's okay start, but then if you draw more lands, you're kind of screwed.
Well, that's my thought. I'm like, well, I can't possibly draw more lands.
Right.
I've already got 4 in a 20-land
It looks
deck.
like mine is a 2-lander, and I have Voice, Delver, Slizny Charm.
Is that blue card?
Can't tell.
Alright, looks like we're both on the keep skis. And I draw a board.
Okay, that's a good keep. Looks good now.
It looks like pretty solid. I think I remember what happened in this game. See, now you play the Voice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Now I remember this game, too, yeah.
Yep.
So, he makes fun of me for Voice all the time, and I keep telling him it's a good card.
Funny thing, because Voice is like in like 4 of the top 8 decks at this past tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, card's terrible.
So, like, obviously right now he wants, like, a Pillar of Flame, like, is amazing right here if he has it, but he doesn't have it, and I know he doesn't have it because he doesn't just snap it off and hit me for 2.
Right.
So he's, like, thinking about, like, he 2-for-1ing himself now because he's like, I can play a Mizium Mortars on it and then, attack.
Yeah, like, I wanted to get it out of there the most efficiently as possible. And I brought my Mizium Mortars to the front so you could tell if I wanted to use it on the front half versus the back half. But I felt like the back half was much scarier. If I like leave you with that and you play 2 more dudes, suddenly I have like issues dealing with it. So
yeah.
I attacked hoping you would make the effort to make the trade with the Cackler, and you did. And then I believe I used the Burning Tree Emissary mana for Museum orders just to clean it up.
Yeah, why wouldn't you do the boar though? Because you did draw boar, right? Yeah, I like that.
I did the boar.
I like that because the next turn you can Museum Mortars
right.
the token.
Yeah. And here you can see I'm explaining it, but I'm not actually saying anything because we don't have the audio from that.
Right. And voice here did exactly what it wants in this matchup. Is just
kill a dude.
It gains me 2 life essentially, and I still have another blocker. Yeah, I definitely have like a ton of options here.
This is a raptor?
I think so. Yeah, Cloud from Raptor, yeah. So I did have Delver's Secrets here too, but like the rest of my hand was like all creatures that I could evolve pretty quickly. And he's presenting like, a decent amount of damage here, so I wanted to get another blocker, where Delver is a pretty bad blocker. Where Cloudfin, can be a decent blocker, evolve twice, go into a 2/3, can block most of his threats.
Yeah, but that's looking a little further down the road.
Yeah.
Now, what's that last
but
card?
I know I have Selesnya Charm here.
Oh,
so
did you
like
have
yeah,
Charm
so
here?
I know I can evolve.
You sure that's not a Simic Charm?
I might have Simic Charm too. No, that's Selesnya Charm.
Oh yeah, that is Selesnya. Okay, see it now.
So I know I can make a Knight here, evolve the Cloud from Raptor. Elemental becomes a 3/3. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking before he then mortars my guy. But I still, I'm in a pretty decent spot now. When he attacks, I can ambush Viper him essentially.
Right. You'd like kill the emissary and
right.
then like.
If he didn't have the mortars, I essentially was gonna like neuter his whole attack.
Right. Yeah. So now I think you Selesnya Charm off.
Yeah, I believe I Selesnya Charm here, evolve, and then essentially just eat the emissary, taking 3. Yep.
And I should fall out like just a cackler.
Yeah.
Let's say go.
One of the nice trade-offs of the post commentary is we can talk about each other's hands openly.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to be guarded.
So you Lux acting to another Selesnya Charm, I think.
Yeah, I either have Selesnya Charm or...
It was definitely a Charm.
I have Advent in the back of my hand there.
Oh yeah, 'cause why not have everything?
Yeah. So this, I was going to play, I think, Advent, and then I thought, like, okay, now I can actually save 2 damage, play Delver, and then Selesnya Charm.
Mm-hmm. I think my hand might actually be 3 lands.
That is pretty bad.
So here I attack, and you get another sweet blowout with another Selesnya Charm. And I'm just looking at my 3-land hand, and I'm like,
so here I'm thinking, like, okay, I can safely eat the Cackler, and then he could, if he wants to, he could remove it if he wants to save his Cackler, or he'd have to essentially 2-for-1 himself to kill the Raptor.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, the choice was I could either, trade with the Knight, or try to eat your guy.
Yeah. I actually have a Gorkland Rampager right here, and, yeah, you're going to see me shoot it off to...
Yeah. Save your guy and kill my guy.
Right, and I think you actually took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Took 3 from that, but 6 total from the attack.
Right. And I think we actually said this too. Is like we're fine with that because now he just like got rid of his best combat trick. Delver does not flip.
Yeah. Well, you were fine with this because you had the Advent.
Because I had Advent and the Worm in hand. Yeah. So like now I know my Worm token's most likely gonna live.
Run away with the game.
So I get some 3 damage in there.
Nope.
Yep, so we get some dueling mountains in James' hand there.
Yep. Almost as good as Banjo's.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point I don't even think you should attack. Like, I don't know if you do or not. I think you do.
I knew that there was like something like an Advent, but I got Mono Mountains. Like, there's really nothing I can do. Because like if you do have an Advent, it's like I'm gonna lose anyway. If I don't attack, I'm just gonna be too far behind. Because then you're like coming in
you
for
could like
big skis.
You could like maybe Mizium Mortars and then like get rid of everything besides the Worm or Hellrider.
Yeah, maybe.
I can definitely see you like you're thinking about it because this is like a long like pause here. Like we were thinking like, oh geez, he's gonna get me with something else here. Because even like Simic Charm here is pretty bad for you. I got like Simic Charm at night and eat your boar.
Yeah, the deck actually is like lots of like.
Yeah, it's super tricks.
Instant speed tricks.
That was definitely my favorite part about playing that deck. Was it was very tricksy.
Lots of decision trees.
And like the individual guys are kind of like unassuming and wimpy, but because of the tricks, they can get pretty crazy. I do love the interaction of like all the spell guys with Delver, because you have all these like Worm and Call the Conclave, which they're just creatures, but they're spells.
So I ended up passing the turn without the attack.
All right, so you did do that. Nice.
Yeah, good job, Pass James.
So 2 misses on Delver.
Good.
Yeah.
We're winning some battles, just not all the battles. Winning the battles, not the war.
So Worm's gonna get in here, and he could have like Searing Spear plus block, but whatever.
Yeah, if we drew a Mizium Mortars, it would be pretty good.
Yeah, you'd kill everything besides the Worm, and then you could probably race at that point.
Right. You definitely have to like stop a turn if your draws weren't that great.
Yeah, I wasn't too worried about the Mizium Mortars because you already had wasted one.
Yeah.
And I know you don't have like a bunch. But I think you did actually side in extra ones.
I did. So I'm reaching the point of not caring.
yeah, like you didn't.
Like my draws haven't been good, and you're like attacking with your 5/5 Worm, so like we're getting into like a racing standpoint, and I'm like that's not a race that I can win, so I need to like.
Well, plus I have this inevitability of like the Delvers will flip and hit you for 6.
Right.
Like if they flip this turn, you're just straight up dead.
Right.
And here I'm just like, saving some damage, getting rid of a Cackler.
Yeah, I think I have a Boris Reckoner in my hand, and I'm like wondering what it can actually do. Oh, it's another Cackler. Never mind.
Much worse than a Boris Reckoner.
Much worse. A Reckoner would actually be able to trade with the Worm.
Yeah. Alright, so Delvers do not flip here.
Oh god, I love Delver sometimes.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I didn't play the Delver that much, because I don't have good luck.
Well, Ponder made it a lot easier.
Even with Ponder, I could never get him to flip all the time.
Mm-hmm. So now that you're on like just the double Delvers, I actually have like quite a bit of outs.
Yeah, like Hellrider here would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And like I knew that I wasn't out, but I was like I have to continually keep pressuring you, and like if you did have the Hellrider, I could at least like chump your 2 big guys, and here's the Hellrider.
Attack, you take 3 going to 5, and then you take 2 going to 3.
I'm pretty sure I have another combat trick here, but I can't remember what it is. I don't know if it's Worm or Simic Charm or Solidity Charm. It's one of those.
Well, I mean, it had to have been in your hand first, right? Because if you drawn it, you would have just flipped the Delvers.
Yeah, you actually say that to me.
Yeah, at this point.
You were running through like what I could have as my card.
I do think you did have something. I can't recall what it was.
So James is going through like the permutations of attack of like partial attack, full attack.
Yep. Past James doing a decent job of thinking about it, but at the end of the day, he just doesn't care and turns them sideways.
I think you almost have to because you have like 5 coming in.
Yeah, and then you have a Snapcaster.
Oh, a Snapcaster slows you charm. Yeah, just like the worst possible thing for you.
Yep. I think I remember saying like, well, that's fine. Okay, we don't want him to have a Snapcaster. Yeah. And then you had a Snapcaster. We're like, of course.
So I'm just doing like, all right.
Don't even
I just need to like survive and then kill you on the crackback.
Right. Yeah.
That's hand.
Exactly what you're doing. Yeah, and then you just see me skip. Like, yeah, you live through the attack and then you just kill me. Yep. So that was game 3.
All right, here we are for game 4. James is on the play here. I'm hoping for some more sweet openings like we had last game. Nice good curve. My mana was good, which is the biggest concern with that deck.
Yeah, I mean, instant speed stuff has always been like good against a red-based aggro deck, like tricks.
Yeah.
And your deck's just like full of tricks. And what's great about the current modern day tricks is like Selesnya Charm. It's a trick in a can. You know, you don't need a dude plus the trick.
Right.
Selesnya Charm is everything all in one.
Yeah, the charm cycle was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was a very, very good card cycle.
Looking forward to another year.
Yep.
So take a quick mulligan.
A little mulligatawny for James.
Probably no lands. Look pretty.
I see green-white lands for me. Let's see. Okay, do I have a glacial?
You have a glacial. I think you
okay,
all
yeah, this is the tap
land.
land hand. Yep. And I'm like kind of saying like this is my stupid deck with this stupid mana base.
Yep. Yeah. Selesnya Charm, Call the Conclave, Geist Saint Draft, Cloudfin Raptor.
So like the hand is like really good.
But, if you can play it on
but
curve.
The mana base is just not cooperating. But it's like, is there there's potentially a 6 better? But he's mulliganing, and I'm kind of like, all right, I think, having everything off a turn, it'd be fine. And then if I draw any shock land in any of these draws, all of a sudden,
right.
that
the only issue is if your first draw step is a shock land, then like it feels like the Cloud Raptor gets trapped in your hand, and then it's like a turn 4 Cloud Raptor when you've already played everything else.
Right.
Because like you don't really want to.
Hopefully it's a breeding pool is what I want to draw.
Yes, a breeding pool would be most excellent because you are on the draw. And then I reluctantly keep 3-lander, I think. I see Reckoner, Hellrider, Pillar Flame, because Pillar's like really good against the voice plan. Yeah. Then I draw.
So my first draw was Sun Petal Growth. So now I have 3 Sun Petals in my hand.
I ripped the Firefist Striker off the top, and I'm like, sweet, something on curve.
Right. And here my choice is like, do I play Delver or do I play Cloud from Raptor?
Delver is a little more aggressive.
And I played Delver just because like I know I'm going to continue to have all these tap lands, so I can't evolve Cloud from Raptor quickly by playing a bunch of spells.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to go for like, all right, hopefully my Delver flips right away.
Yeah. So here I'm debating whether or not I blow my Pillar on the Delver. Like I want to hit a voice if it comes down, but at the same time I'm thinking, well, maybe if I can play enough dudes, I can like ignore the voice, you know, with the Firefist Striker. But I end up that's the route I take. I pillar the Delver and just like stay on the aggressive plan.
Yeah, and you didn't know my hand, but that's like really devastating to me because it's like I needed some tempo.
Yep.
And it would have flipped because it was Call of the Conclave.
Right.
So it was like ideal situation because I could have like Delver plus Call of the Conclave.
Mm. And I'm actually like happy about the turn of events because for one I'm not seeing a voice, so I don't have to worry about that. And he's playing 1 dude instead of 2 dudes, and I've got the Flinthoof board in my hand to turn on like the
This is just as soon as he shows me the haste guy, I'm like
I'm here. I'm like, ooh, I've got Hellrider and this. Yeah, so now I turn on my battalion. He can't block from the Firefist Striker, and he takes a whole bunch of damage from the Hellrider. This is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage this swing.
Yeah, and at this point, like I know I'm dead. Like there's really nothing I can do.
And you draw the Temple Garden.
Yeah, way late.
And I show you the Flinthoof board. I'm like, hey, look at this.
Like I just don't have enough mana, and I have like no ways to deal with the Firefist Strikers here.
Mm-hmm. Like you can't actually play enough dudes because I can just make them all not block. Right. And the Flinthoof board prevents another large body.
Yep. Your attack alone is worth 4 damage.
Yeah, it's half your life just want to turn them sideways. So like I think you're just like going through the like coming to that conclusion yourself.
Yeah, I'm just saying like can I play 2 things? Like I actually have to shock myself if I want to play 2 things.
Oh yeah, it's even worse.
It's like,
and then I gotta draw step 2s, which could just be a burn spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the classic, am I dead? I can try this, but it might not work situation against like a red deck.
It's pure desperation mode at this point.
Mm-hmm.
This is only one of the things that's like not great about this deck is it doesn't really have removal. It just has like unsummon and tricks, combat tricks. So when you're in this like way behind board state,
it's really difficult to catch up.
It's not too good.
Yeah, I tend to avoid those decks personally.
They're much more like a start and stay ahead.
Right. It's a tempo deck.
Or yeah, it is. Or or if you're in a racing situation, that's fine too, because now we're at least going back and forth. Where when
it just relies too heavily on your opponent, like either stumbling or playing like a slightly slower game so that you can keep up.
Yep. So I just throw some blockers out there, so I can block like one guy here. So like essentially what I'm looking at is like, all right, he attacks, I go to 5, I block Hellrider, I take 4, go to 1.
Yeah, but is that counting the
This is not counting the board, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, right, I had the board. Don't forget.
And then I drew a Searing Spear.
Yeah. Games, like matches I felt we had. Like,
yeah. I really like both our decks.
There was a lot of interaction. I feel like we had a lot going on. They were both like similar speeds, so it was like a race kind of mentality.
Right, although I do feel like Delver was the worst card in your deck.
Yeah.
After the Worm being the best.
Yeah. This is like yet another version of this deck I'm currently working on that I did stop playing Delver.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of,
yeah,
you have Delver turn 1 this game.
There it is.
Looks like I have Searing Spear, 2 Flinthoof Boars, a Reckoner, I think it's a Reckoner, 2 lands. Yep. It's a Rubon Crag and a Stomping Ground. So okay. I'm trying to determine what to play.
Yeah, this is definitely a Reckoner.
Yep, and then I go with the Pillar off of the Stomping Ground plan for your Delver.
Seems good.
Yep.
So I was ahead for 1 second, and then now we're basically at parity again.
Right.
But I got my first like crack at having a threat, and I believe I have a follow-up in terms of Call of Conclave. Yep. There he is.
Yeah, I remember now. So I believe I untap, play my Rubon Crag, and match your Call of the Conclave with a Firefist Striker, I believe.
Yeah, yep. You're trying to set me up for the haste boar train.
Just can't block, yeah.
Right. So I got Temple Garden in hand.
I believe you drew a Snapcaster as well for the turn, which isn't too bad because if you can get your lands high enough and be at a healthy life total, snapping the Conclave is not bad at all.
Right. I just go with Geist St. Traff right here.
Notably taking 2 from a shock land.
Yep. But Temple play is worth it. Like, he has Fire for Striker, which is obviously like fine with me. We have plenty of ways to get rid of that guy.
Mm-hmm. So here I had a decision where I could, I drew a Burning Tree Emissary, so I could Emissary into, not Boros Reckoner, but I could Emissary into Boar, Emissary into Spear, or just play the Reckoner.
Right. So here, it seems like you were thinking about just playing Reckoner.
Yeah, I wanted to not get shenaniganed out by your Geist St. Traff. But I also don't quite remember if I went with the Reckoner plan.
I don't think you do. I think you play like...
Oh, is this the...
This is the second main phase hasted boar play.
Right. I think in my head, this was the same thing as like playing a Reckoner almost because it's a 3/3. So like I still get good blocks against your...
Yeah.
Geist St. Traff.
Yeah, when you play this, I kind of like, huh?
Yeah, I think I was trying to go for like a small scare tactic where it's like, come at me, bro. Like I got good blocks and good attacks.
Yeah.
But I didn't really want to race your Geist St. Traff because there was a lot of cards combined with your Geist St. Traff that would have just put you too far ahead.
Right. So I mean, this play is decent for James because now he's got 2 people in the way of Geist St. Traff.
Yeah, I will play the board momentarily.
He's just realizing he should have done it before.
Or I'm trying to talk my way out of a bad decision.
Yeah. You just missed 3 free damage. We'll see if 3 damage is relevant later on.
We'll see. So I play the board and pass the turn. You draw a Advent of the Worm.
Okay. Which is awesome.
Yeah,
that's the second one now in the hand. I have one on... Yep, I moved both to the back.
You do. Yep, because you're a jerk. Here I am still explaining my decision.
And I am making fun of him.
Yep, something you do quite regularly.
I try.
Also, no, Adam is in his pajamas.
Yes, I wear my pajamas quite regularly for playtest videos, and people have noticed and they've commented on my snazzy PJs.
Mm-hmm. Well, you are in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, hey, I am not going to dress up when I don't have to.
Oh, are you kidding me? When I'm alone, it's no pants time.
Oh, definitely.
No pants.
Get the breeze in there.
I'm in the army because I'm going commando.
Oh, nice. It's a good visual, thanks. So, back to the game.
So like I'm thinking like I don't have enough tricks to get the Geist in there and have the Geist live. So as of right now, I don't want to throw away the Geist Saint Draft. It represents 4 damage, so he's like kind of at a workable 11. But I'm not quite ready to throw it away.
That was pretty much like the result I was looking for, like get you to not attack with your Geist Saint Draft.
Yeah. Then I could also just attack with the Centaur, maybe trade with his Boar.
Based on my hand, I don't think I accept a trade with the Boar.
You have Spear, Reckoner,
and
land?
Flint Hoof Boar.
Okay, another Boar.
My hand is pretty good.
Yeah, so this is a hard decision for me. Like, I'm thinking like, man, if he has like land Hellrider, I'm like in really bad shape here. But like, that was my line I was thinking here. Was like, all right, if he has land Hellrider, I want the Centaur back.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't have Hellrider, I'm happy with the attack because of my follow-up play here.
Yeah, I believe you just play a shock land and say go.
Yeah. Which could be anything.
Could be anything. It could even be a boat.
Yep.
Spoiler alert, it's not a boat.
No.
So I draw another board.
Yeah, so you're on the Super Pig plan.
Super big plan, yep.
So like the nice thing I like, my favorite thing about this deck is it's super tricksy because like it has all like Selesnya Charm, Simic Charm, Worm, all these like things I can do at instant speed that he has to play around. And some are better than others for him to play around, and then some are just like really bad for him to totally blow out his whole turn. And like by shocking myself, I'm showing that I definitely have something.
Right, you wouldn't just take.
Because this isn't a matchup where like I can just throw away 2 life willy-nilly. So this is showing like I'm playing something if you attack, basically.
Yeah, and here I am like I'm obviously aware of this, but
I'm just running through try to run around the things you can play around.
Right, but I'm also coming to the realization that Firefist Striker cannot prevent your Worm from blocking.
Yeah, it's a nice thing about having flash stuff is like you just play it after he goes to attacks, and he's already in his attack phase.
Right. So like I still got blown
Firefisters.
up by the Worm.
Yep.
And my Firefist Striker is actually like pretty important, so I don't want to attack with him.
Yep.
So here you see me not attack with him.
Yep.
And there goes the Worm.
Slam that Worm down, and we know this is an automatic 2-for-1 for him because we know he's a red-green deck and he has no way to get rid of it, without 2-for-1ing himself.
Right.
So he either has to like Rampager or like combine with combat damage plus burn spell.
Which is what I do.
Yep.
I Searing Spear the Worm.
So we're essentially at parity because we both spent 4 mana. He had to do a creature and a spell. I did 1 spell, but both were 4 mana.
All right, still 2 for 1 though.
The nice thing is I knew I have another Worm in hand.
Yeah, you lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky guy.
Also, James misses a land drop there.
Right, and
So
here I am
still-
complaining about my boards in my hand because I feel like they're getting stuck
They're getting
there.
choked, yeah. Well, you could draw 1 land and like double Boar, and that would have been really good.
Yeah.
Because he also does not have his 4th land, I'm still like scared of Hellrider here.
Mm-hmm.
Still a problem. Like that's really gonna like make my math bad.
Yeah, because my plays have been a little like kind of slowish. Like they haven't been that like overpowering. You could make the read or make a read that I have a Hellrider and you're just looking for a land.
Yep.
So I believe it's your turn right now.
Yeah, it's my turn. I'm doing the math to see if I can like get in there with the Geist, go hit you with damage, then play my other Worm, eat whoever you attack with. Like I'm just like running through like, all right, can I kill you next turn?
Right.
He has this, this, and this. I have this.
Yeah. So you go with the Geist, and I take the trade, which I'm not like against.
Yeah. You trade your
the
striker for my Geist Saint Draft. Like you almost have to.
Yep. I don't think I drew a land. I drew a Strongkirk Noble.
Yeah.
Pretty boring. So here I am also doing said math. I'm not sure what I was counting, but I feel like I'm pretty dead to something like another Advent of the Worm. It's like I'm concerned about it. So I swing all in, see if I can get him to show me what he's got.
Yeah, this is the turn where I was happy with his play, where I just like did not do anything because I knew I had him if I had the Worm.
Right, but if I had a burn spell plus the damage from the emissary.
Correct.
Yeah.
So like I was at a comfortable life total. You know, there was nothing in his deck that could deal with the worm for 3 mana by itself. And this now we're like, you know, already exciting. Like we're just gonna untap and kill him because we're just gonna you know, run right through the Reckoner. Who cares? He's gonna shoot us for 3. He takes exactly 5.
Yep. And I see that momentarily. Put my cards on the table just like that, and you show me you still had all these.
Yeah.
Like your 1 land from Snapcaster.
Yeah.
Advent. Which is pretty gross.
So ultimately, that 3 damage you missed with the boar wasn't necessarily relevant.
No, you would have been at 5.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there was a line of play where I could have just played like a whole bunch of boars, like boar.
Possible.
And like just like slammed through a worm.
Possible.
But there's really no way to tell.
Yeah, I think like the way that my hand developed, like if you had Hellrider at any time in that game, like it would have like changed the whole like plan.
That definitely would have been enough damage to push through a worm.
So that was the matchup. This was a fun one. Definitely a deck I'm gonna keep playing with. I've obviously been playing with this like Bant aggro deck for a while.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I've also been pretty
Mutant
happy
Shell.
with the mono red variants in mono red. They're very fun.
The low land count.
Low land count. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, but this was like a 19 lander or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. As always, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and check out our real site at TheEndStep.com.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.